Hi there, this is Jacob Anderson, and today's video is talking about replacing the newer style safety switch on Shopsmith Mark V's. They went to this switch back in mid-1993, and typically on repairs I replace all switches because switches can get dust inside, the contacts can go bad over time. These switches are now over 20 years old, so they too need replacing. But there's a couple of other reasons to replace this switch. There's a removable flipper, and the back end of this flipper can get worn over time and stop moving the parts inside. And of course a lot of people drop this and step on it and break it, or they lose it. So if you don't have this, you can't turn the machine on and off. It's no good. So there's a number of reasons to replace the switch, and I sell a wonderful replacement switch that does not have anything losable. It's much more secure. So this is a style that I have found. It took me 2 years to find this, but this is what I use. So I'll show you how to remove this switch and replace it with this type. There's two types of switches. This one here has a bunch of long wires coming out of the back, and that creates a problem too. Sometimes these get dislodged inside and the switch is no good. And then the other type is this one here with two terminals. So you may have one or the other. If you have this type, your wires coming off of your motor might not be quite long enough. So you can extend those wires. In fact, you can even clip these off, put a terminal, a female end on these, and use these as your extensions. So just sacrifice those when you're replacing it, and you can extend your motor pigtail wires. Alright, so each of the switches are held in place by these plastic clips. They expand out against the back side of the case. There's 4 of them, 2 on top and 2 on the bottom. So what you do is you're reaching inside the case, squeezing the top 2, trying to rock it out a little bit, wiggle it out, and then you can push the bottom 2 and pull it out. So that's what you're going to see me do here. You can also try and use a screwdriver from the outside to depress those, but sometimes it's just too hard to get the screwdriver in there. But once you've got it started, you can use the screwdriver. So the first step is to remove the single screw that holds the inspection port cover. Swing it out of the way. Of course, make sure your machine is unplugged so you're not going to kill yourself. Then reach in and do what I was just describing. Depress the upper 2 tabs, walk it out a little bit, then depress the bottom 2, and then your wires might still be connected, so then you can pull the wires loose. So that's that. And to connect the new one, I like to feed my motor wires right through here, connect them first so I know they're secure and in the right place, and then you'll just simply push this right into place. Make sure the on is up so you don't get confused. So all 4 of those terminals will be down, and that puts your on up. Now there's going to be 4 connections. If your switch was like this, you're just going to have the 2 dark wires, so you just put it on either the right or the left side of that new switch. If you have all 4 wires, then put the 2 dark wires on one side and the 2 light wires on the other. And of course inspect your terminals just to make sure there's no problems with that. Make sure that they didn't come loose. I found one that was arcing inside. A wire wasn't quite crimped right and arced inside, so there can even be problems with this. So anyway, that's just how simple it is, and that's why to do it. And I have a brand new website that has tons of information. I'd like you to go to that website. It has my contact information, how to ship your headstock to me for servicing, how to order some parts from me, like that switch. It has connections to my eBay ads. It has connections to my other YouTube videos. So please go to that website. You'll find my phone number, you'll find my email address, you'll find my physical address. Tons of information, including headstock serial numbers, some historical information, all sorts of good information. Connection to my Facebook page also. Thank you very much.